Alright, this is the semi-final of the SCAN and Intel Invitational tournament. I am here with Cosmic Contrarian,
Hello.
and we are going to review the semi-final battle, the first one and the second one against Pointman. So why don't you
Yeah.
start by just running through quickly what we did to prepare for the tournament, because that, I think,
All right.
shows
Yeah,
heavily
that's
in
a
this
good idea.
battle.
It's a good idea. Basically, we spent, because we'd never done a tournament ever before in any game, and we were mostly single player only. Apart from when we just spam in multiplayer for fun, because the game's kind of broken anyway. We basically spent a few days thinking, okay, how do you win it in Rome 2? How do you win? And I think we concluded that at least 50% of the battle is won in the selection screen when you're picking your units.
Yeah, I think someone left a comment on a video of this battle saying that it was unfair because Volound won both times on the army setup screen.
Yeah, you did.
which is exactly what I was going for.
Yeah. Whoever has the strongest build wins 90% of the time. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Unless you really mess up, like Heir of Carthage did as Egypt. He picked the wrong units as Egypt. He should have went for Galatians instead of all Hellenics.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are unaware of some things are just downright shit in the game, like units with formation attack are handicapped heavily.
Yeah, no, it always depends on who you're going against as well. They're hard counters, like I think you explained in previous videos probably.
Yeah, there's factional hard counters. That's what I was trying to do as well throughout the entire tournament. I actually was the one that instigated the introduction of the faction ban system and the faction selection process, because I said in the massive Skype chat where all of the tournament entrants were, I said, what are we going to do about the faction picking? Because if it's, and this is pretty much verbatim what I said, for example, if it's me versus Prussian Prince in the final, it's going to just be 15 minutes of faction hopping until one of us hits ready on a shit faction, then another person picks the counter faction and gets a counter army build, and then they've won before it even gets to the battlefield. So that by saying that, there was a massive discussion about what we were going to do about faction selection processes. We had the idea of having the other person pick our faction, that kind of thing, and then it eventually settled on what we had, which was pick 3 factions both at the same time, ban a faction both at the same time, pick one of the 2 remaining factions both at the same time. And it came out pretty randomly, although you still had a hand in what faction you picked and what faction your enemy didn't have. And I thought heavily about that process as well. We considered what factions counter which factions before the tournament even began.
Yeah, we tested pretty much every faction and tried to find out what countered what, and we came up with builds. We tried to, obviously if you're picking guns in Call of Duty, for example, you want to find the best gun, so we looked for the best army. And there wasn't really one. There sort of was. Obviously there's an army that has the least number of counters against it, and that would be Egypt and Parthia, or Omega builds for those.
It's versatile.
Yeah, the Cataphracts spam. Oh my god, the Cataphracts spam is amazing.
That's what I use in this battle.
Yeah.
When I went into this battle, I was convinced that the Cataphract Fear stack build was the most powerful in the whole game, and I was holding out on everyone in the tournament until now. And the reason for that is that my opponent had been, I don't think he would mind me saying now, he was trash talking like hell in the Skype chat. like we could actually do that. We could find extracts from the Skype conversation. I wouldn't even need to find them now because I can actually remember them. Pointman said I really like this. This was really funny. He said that he wanted
one?
What?
Is it the Russian one?
No, that's
okay.
one of them though. That is one of them. The one I was thinking about was when he said he wanted to destroy these big YouTubers and drink the tears of their fans. I just sat and laughed at that, like you are now.
I was in a call with you at the time and I was laughing at it as well.
Yeah, so he was shit talking all over the place. It was really funny and I liked him when he did that. And it also made me want to. Also, that's not the only reason I wanted to destroy him utterly. We're getting close to the battle now, so we need to kind of be quick. I wanted to destroy him utterly because this was for money. If I won this tie, I would guarantee myself the second place prize because I would be in the final.
Yeah, you win this, whoever wins is guaranteed £300 at least.
Yeah.
So it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I was keeping my cards close to my chest, especially this build here, this abomination.
I should also say, like, I even know I looked at Pointman's videos before the tournament because I was meant to be playing against him eventually, and I noticed that he always picked Swaby.
Yeah, you did.
He picked roughly the same guys.
You also noticed that cataphracts are amazing.
Yeah, and then we worked out that it would be best to do this against them, what you're about to see.
Yeah. Do you remember you tried bringing all cataphracts and you bet my army, my noble horse spam army with Oathsworn, and we were like, holy shit, cataphracts are the thing for patch 4. And then I thought, wait a second, I can defeat your cataphract spam army by being Parthian, and then I brought camels with whistling arrows, elephants with whistling arrows, and your cataphract spam just routed off the field immediately.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, we've got something here. I'm gonna save this for the tournament for when it really won't matter, when it'll really help. And it's not just the build of the army, it's the way you use it as well. There's two things that I make use of when I use this army that are extremely useful, and that is the locked group thing, because that means that you can issue 10 attack orders at once pretty much with one click of the mouse.
Because that's so good.
Yeah, they've really fixed the grouping. It used to be really clunky in previous Total War games, even Shogun 2. It still is clunky when you like tell a group that's locked to move back the way, but now it's actually useful when you can like, watch what I do here. I send an entire army at them, and I just issue one click attack basically. And
you then send what?
Yeah, that's what made it so good. Look at that. Alright, get ready for the shit talking. While you're listening to us, look at the shit talking that goes down in this chat.
Pro tournament player beaten by one click.
Exactly. It's so funny.
That's why it's just so obvious that builds are everything.
Yeah, it's just hilarious.
But yeah,
oh yeah,
I knew exactly what Pointman was gonna bring for this,
yeah.
And that's why this went over so quickly.
It's just everything went perfectly for me. Absolutely everything. I knew what he was gonna bring.
Yeah.
I knew what I was meant to bring to counter it. I knew how to use my army perfectly. Also, another thing in addition to the locked groups, the second thing is auto-enabling abilities to activate by themselves.
You're right-clicking them.
Yeah, you right-click on the thing in the bottom. I don't think most people know about that, and then they get bogged down in all the micro, and then I can just... Because I could do all this with one click. Meanwhile, Pointman was sitting there sweating, just clicking all over the place, trying to just salvage something from this battle.
There was no way he could win. It's impossible.
I basically clicked, and then I just did this, leaned back, and went...
Meanwhile, I was like typing in Skype. Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, look at the shit talking. So, look, it's actually so bad. Look, I've been waiting to lose since I was born. So you were born a loser. I wasn't even. I was trying. I was going to explain. If you have to explain it to them, there's no point. It's like, if I've been waiting to lose since I was born, then I haven't lost since I was born. So I can have been born a loser. If anything, I was born a winner. Fuck explaining it. Fuck explaining it. I think I try to think of something to respond to that with, but then I just give up.
Well, as Richard Dawkins would say, you already won the lottery of life, so it's by being born.
Yeah, that's true.
Just thought I would include that. My god.
Look, prefer your ovaries. I actually spelled ovaries wrong, but that's okay.
My god.
Yeah, Pointman at first, if I was to have made this video right after this battle, I would have been like, holy shit, Pointman is so butthurt, he's so butthurt. And it's understandable, but we've sort of talked about it, and he seems to have calmed down, but at the same time, he seemed to have calmed down after the tournament was over, but then he removed me on Steam. So I've already thought he got over it, and then he wasn't over it, so I don't want to make any judgment on his character. I just want to state the facts. That's why I've been trying to just describe what's happened in the Skype chat and stuff.
To be fair though, he did say that he doesn't consider you a threat at all because you don't play tournaments, so...
He also woke up...
I don't know, he kind of deserved this, I think.
Yeah, he woke up when the battle was due to start. He arrived late. And he also admitted or claimed that he didn't do any preparation for this tournament whatsoever.
You gave him an hour or something, though.
Yeah.
I think. I remember that. It was at least 40 minutes to get ready.
Yeah.
And then he agreed to be ready, so, yeah.
Alright, here it comes. Here it is.
I wouldn't even feel bad about losing this, I'd just laugh. It's amazing.
Clench your butt cheeks.
Meanwhile, I am typing in the Skype chat when this was going on.
Rape
Charge! Charge! Don't stop, there's no spears! Oh my god. What the fuck? Your general or something just got intimidated. What?
Yeah, it's because there was whistling arrows being fired over his head, but I didn't give a shit about that. Everything I've considered, so I could have put the camels in front, but the reason for that is that it would fuck up the charge.
He's just completely screwed.
Okay, he tries to retreat and then he changes his mind and doesn't get the bracing bonus. Don't run, embrace it. I'm just remembering all the shit talking that happened and how much I want to just totally destroy him as brutally and ruthlessly as possible. Oh yeah,
God.
see the blobbing action that's going on? At first glance that's really bad. You want your units to be spread out, but at the same time I wanted to cause a mass rout, so I wanted to hit as hard as possible. Also, blobbing isn't actually that bad, because what you can do, it sort of tempts them into charging into the rear of the blob, but you can afford to pull units out of the blob to meet the charge, so you can sort of counter the charge by doing that. That's why I didn't try and avoid blobbing during this tournament very much, only when it was definitely a bad thing to do.
I like blobbing, it's fun.
Yeah, the game doesn't punish blobbing. Wait, you just does some mass rout right now.
Biggest blob wins.
Yeah, that was just, the mass rout is already set in.
Holy shit.
Those camels are scaring the cavalry, the cataphracts charge combined with the elephants and the whistling arrows is just routing everything else.
Oh my god.
He had no chance. There was no way I could have lost this battle, no matter what he did. No matter what I did, he just lost.
He literally did not have a chance. Like, Swaby are not good. Well, they weren't good in patch 4 anyway.
Swaby are complete shit, and
yeah, they're awful. We tested it.
yeah, in the Skype chat I said that if I played as Parthia against a Roman player, I would never lose. And I wasn't talking shit, I wasn't trash talking like Pointman was. I was serious. It's the same for Swaby.
Alright guys.
Oh,
so
no,
we
the
are going to
stream's
have
starting,
our
the live
second
commentary.
semi-final
Yeah, the
starting
stream.
very soon. Gonna go to our in-game cam now.
So we're going to just review what they say. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes they say things that are worth expanding on, sometimes they say things that are wrong.
We are in. Right then. Would you like to give me a breakdown of Voland's army?
Yes, gladly. We're seeing something similar to what we've seen before.
That's
Obviously,
the place.
cataphracts are being put into place, but this time, Volound has put a really big emphasis on the camel archers. He saw what effect they had. 2 Indian war elephants and absolutely no ground huggers, if you want to put it that way.
Ground huggers?
Yeah, well, infantry. And this is a very mobile army. Obviously capable of taking down anything. Obviously he can't really counter the heaviest of Swaby's spear infantry with his cav, but he has got the range on his cav. He does not need to get in touch with him.
Can I just add,
so
cam watchers or balls?
It'll be interesting as long as he keeps them
Diplex
alive.
didn't
long
know
enough.
what my intention was with
War
them.
elephants there that can do some damage.
Yeah.
And
They're not
the
for
map
doing
itself,
damage.
very interesting. You've got a big C on the right side. It's not taking up too much of the map. The red line is not too far out of it. But then you got this kind of like slope ranging from left to right, and you got these dunes and hills who can provide cover from ranged and just block enemy vision.
Voland will loose,
along
Camelot
with
just
some
don't have enough ammo.
patches. Very interesting indeed. But
What a
all
fucking
along to
idea.
a fast-paced map, I believe.
He's gonna feel so stupid after he sees this. Oh my
man.
god. Well, lose.
Some people in the chat are saying, Sierra infantry, that takes some balls. And, you haven't really got those sustainable melees.
Refresh.
So
Yeah.
I think we're going to see like a really sort of annoying ranged attacking army here from Volound, and then he's
Shit
going to have
talking.
his cataphracts to take
Yeah.
off the enemy cav and possible skirmishers. We haven't seen many skirmishers lately, have we? In the late games, barely any slingers or archers or anything like that. People have just been going for the cav and infantry.
Andy Price right.
I must admit, I'm very happy about
And
that.
the
But
chat.
it does breed
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
very quick games when it is nothing but melee heavy.
GG Pointman has got
Oh my
this.
god. The chat has decided
That-
to become
comments like that annoy
very,
me,
very
seriously.
disgusting. So
Could not be more wrong.
Yeah.
to leave them to that one.
If
So,
he
yeah,
wins with
just
no
waiting
inf,
to get
I'm
the
going to
game
piss
underway,
on my
guys.
face.
If you're just joining us, this is the SCAN in Intel. Total War Rome 2
Oh my
Invitation.
God.
This is day 2, and this is the last of the semi-finals. After this, we're going to go into a third place game, and then we're going to go into our final.
Excited. Someone said the in-game sound. So
Is-
maybe
Is it
maybe got
too
it
loud or
top.
too quiet?
Not quite. He didn't quite point that out. In-game sound, please.
Please.
So
Sound please.
Please.
Okay.
depends on if
Some
you got it.
polls.
I believe that's about as.
Don't want it to be too loud, that's all. I also can't read the chat right now, so... people are
I
gonna-
believe no one else has pointed out. We'll see if that's too loud. You can probably reset it, but we've got some time to.
The
Yeah, someone said
micro
it was too
will be
quiet, so I
ridiculous.
believe you've done fixed it. There you go. Someone said so. I just
Completely
Good.
wrong.
One
Games are
click, bro.
going on
One
now?
click.
okay.
Yes, sorry. I am jumping back into the game right now. Yeah, and
Do you
so...
want to see the chat
do you
reaction?
want to have a breakdown of Pointman's army for me?
Yes.
Of what you can see,
we've
at
got.
least.
Yes, we've got 4 Crown infantry units. It seems. Sword masters.
Look at that
all
shit
of them.
army.
You see now yourself. This is from what I can see. Obviously, right now he's disappearing out of the vision there, so it's going to be tough to see him.
Clench
Lots
up,
of cav.
Patchy.
He's just both of them are just going
I'm
straight
charging
in.
right at him.
There's just no mercy right now. Look at the masses of cavalry there. He did see him now. I don't think Pointman saw his army because of the the vision
Look at him pulling back.
that they were sharing.
He's
there
like, oh
between.
shit.
Lol,
He's
his running
jumped
now, what the
front.
fuck?
Oh, this is just going to be hell.
Look
right
at
now.
his
How's
blobs.
Hell on
your
earth.
sword
Look at that
infantry? What are
disorder.
you gonna do with, Cataphracts?
Oh my god.
They're gonna deal
Oh
with them
my
quite
God.
nice. If the Cataphracts aren't getting the charge on them, which they seem to be getting right now, they're not gonna be able to have
Oh
a
my
sustainable
God.
fight
Just
against
took a shit.
Swordmasters.
Bro, I'm just such a
Fucking
troll.
Morale, though, is just poor
Oh,
noble
fucking
riders
hell.
down the flank. Pointman is splitting his cav. He
Instant
wants
break on one of the
Oh,
noble riders
yep.
there.
absolutely shattering. But then again, Pointman has a lot
People are
of
mad
riders that
because
he
you
can
just
send in.
charged
He wants to
no-
get
no micro,
around
just
the enemy
charge.
and
So good.
surround. Charging in
Oh, I was refreshing. Shit.
Yeah.
full in this case.
Look, everything's round. So
All
broken.
breaking.
Oh
And
my
he needs
god.
Yeah.
them to hold them in place while the rest of his
Precisely.
cavalry come on the side. but
General
the
is
Look,
others
he's
take
trying to
them
flank
well.
and it's just hopeless. It won't do
This
anything.
might be the quickest game in the series so far.
Everything's dead.
God, I think everyone's pretty much underestimated Volound here.
But there, the general ability just went down, and it is seems to be playing effect. But there, yeah, Pointman's general is dead.
This has been a 1 minute game this far, and I mean, just seeing people running all over the map. There's no
It's
formidable
game-
units remaining.
Game over.
Dog
That
pot
took
loves
some
it.
balls, but it was worth it. All that cav. I mean, it
That made me
it
moist.
just really overmanned and demoralized the
Pointman
That's
enemy.
all.
absolutely overrun
Oh my
within
god.
2 minutes by a Parthian army of cataphracts and elephants.
Wow.
Absolute
That was-
destruction. We just had the quickest game in the series. Volan coming in and absolutely annihilating Pointman.
And the chat is
Holy
going
shit.
Put a
insane.
point, man.
We have literally just had the quickest game ever.
Wow.
And people in
Pressure.
chat saying he had balls to
Are
Oh, you're not
entertained?
entertained.
go without
Are you
any
not
infantry.
entertained?
Well, wow.
It worked out.
Guys, you want me to zoom in? I didn't have time to zoom in. The game was over before I could do anything.
That was incredible.
Vaughan
Got
said
her.
that made him moist.
Prince of Prussia there. Haha, who said Parthia couldn't
Oh
deal
my
with
God.
infantry? That's another Parthian player there. That's very interesting. Prince of Macedon laughing out loud. And
That was a faker. That was
yeah,
a faker.
I think everyone's pretty shocked
Alright.
that it took that kind of turn of events.
Yeah, so that's that. One over. Now we go on to the second one.